All right. This is totally random. So let's see what happens. Got a little bit of time before I got to go to work tonight. So I figured I'd kind of jump up here, see see who happens to join up, and we'll just have a little conversation, I guess. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I get too far into it because I know it takes a little while for the notifications to go out. Hopefully the audio is good. I just it's kind of been interesting. Been a little bit busy with work and kind of trying to do a little changes in hey Night Owl. Thanks for coming in. Hey Jeff. Thank you. Well, the congratulations is not for me, it's for you guys. For your guys' constant support. But that's what I kind of wanted to get into a little bit tonight. I got a little bit of time. This will probably be one of my shorter live streams just because I got to go to work tonight. But thank you, J Rock. Appreciate that so much. Sam, thank you so much. And yes, you're right. You're welcome for supporting me and putting up with I guess with my content. It's been really interesting. I've always been under the impression that I've been doing this for a little bit longer than I thought. And I guess really what it goes down to is that I've been consuming YouTube for quite a while, but the fish related stuff, well, probably not as much as what I've been doing. Hey, Alberto. No man, Tech. Hey, gracias por estar aquí, compañero. Aquí para agradecerles por el apoyo de los 2,000 suscriptores. I have learned better Spanish. Well, I'm glad that you've learned something in the process of watching this. Hey, Kyle. Like I said, it really didn't dawn on me that I've only actually have had my channel as Mexicali Fish Keeper for a couple of years. And if it wasn't for Funk pointing it out the other day when we were talking about it, because I was under the impression I'd been doing this for a little bit longer, but in reality, I think I'm just coming up on 3 years, maybe sometime in January. But yeah, it's been really interesting. I guess like most of us, we start out watching video content. We start identifying with some of the content creators. We start following the ones that we kind of find an affinity for and kind of share the same, or not necessarily same, but there's certain philosophies in the hobby that we just kind of jive with. And those are the people that we tend to gravitate towards. And so when I started kind of getting back into the hobby, it's been a while now. It's like everything else. You kind of, when you're very new, you kind of get thrown into. We have glasses so we can cut down on that shine. I know the lighting is pretty bad. This is just kind of a last minute thing. Hey, Bratton. It's just kind of, let me see, because it's not even my light that I normally use for streaming. It's because these backlights are off too, so I don't have. They should be kicking on pretty soon. But anyways, I know I've told this story several times about how my channel came about being the channel, and it really what it boils down to is Aquafunk is the guilty party on this. If anybody regrets seeing me on YouTube, you got to blame Aquafunk for it. Because it was in one of his live streams. I had been watching him for a while. Like I said, going back to what I was initially saying, I know when we first started kind of diving into the whole aquarium hobby and an aspect of it, of course, we're going to get thrown. Hey, thank you, Ron. I know you're going to get thrown through the algorithm through the bigger channels. It just makes sense because they're the ones that are really having a lot of the following. But the more you start watching content, you kind of start identifying yourself with some of the people that I guess are more um, relatable to you as a personality, and that's kind of been true for me too. And there is a great respect and appreciation for the bigger channels, because if it's not for them, a lot of us that have just recently started in the past couple of years, we really wouldn't have an audience. It's just they've kind of laid the groundwork to create a community that most of us, that's how we get our introduction into this. Good, taking a break from wiring. Oh, your hands are sore from pulling wire. Yeah, you start you know getting the idea that maybe you'd like to do something, maybe that you have something to share, or or you're trying to find like-minded people, which is kind of what really happened to me. The whole um, idea of doing this is for me to find community, and it's a little bit different than, I know, in our day-to-day lives. We have our own community, we have our family, we have our friends, and stuff like that. But a lot of those people don't share the same passion that we share for. Hey, thank you, Jim. That we share for aquariums. I mean, we're kind of a an oddball in society, I guess, because not everybody has an aquarium, or not everybody that does have an aquarium has the same enthusiasm and passion for keeping fish as most of us do. And so that's what that's what's kind of drawn the appeal to me to come and try to do YouTube, because it's allowed me to connect with like-minded people. It's our Yeah, for a lot of us that don't live in metro areas, cities that have fish clubs and stuff like that. This really, for the longest time, this was my fish club. Being able to come on and watch some of the people that you start out watching, and you have an appreciation for what they're doing. Um, and so that just kind of starts becoming your fish community that you seek there, or the type of community you find like in a fish club. um, so for a lot of us, this has made it possible to get to meet other hobbyists, um, other hobbyists that we share we share that that desire to keep fishing in the aquarium. Hello, beautiful. You want to say hello? I'm giving people thank you for subscribing and helping me reach 2,000. And so it's just one of those things where the idea, I guess, at some point after us watching enough content, we kind of start thinking, it'd be kind of cool to do something like that. But some of us have a little bit of a hesitation because, and it's understandable, the fear of speaking in public, um, can is a real thing, and not everybody feels comfortable talking to an audience. Some of us um, have have been able to develop that skill over time, but it's one of those things where it's like everything else. You got to take that first step. So if my thing to you is, if you're thinking about it and your only concern is that you're not sure, or you don't want to sound like you don't know what you're talking about because you get nervous in front of the camera, don't worry about that. There isn't a single person who has started a channel that hasn't started that way. um and the reality is, the more you do something, the more comfortable you get with it, and the, I guess, easier, or not necessarily easier, the more relaxed you can find yourself doing this. uh Again, and but then you have to deal with the thing is, what exactly is it you're trying to accomplish? And that's one of the things that I know we've discussed in different live streams that we've done. um but it doesn't matter, as long as you have a clear path of what it is you're trying to accomplish, then just do it. I know for a lot of us, it's just being able to share information. I've learned so much from watching other content creators, from some of you that are here personally, from conversations that we've had. Um, and interestingly enough, it starts off with talking about fish, but a lot of times you're just talking about life in general. You start off a dialogue talking about keeping a certain species, and before you know it, you're talking about just things that are going on in your personal life and challenges that we all have, and things like that. Hey, thank you, George. Benjamin, thank you for coming in. Tommy, thank you so much. Adele, thank you for dropping in. Jim, let me see. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. I don't have an excuse today because there we go. Hopefully the lights got better and the shine. Well, now the shine's on my head. Um, Ron, Kyle, Sam. Yeah, I think I got everybody coming in. But the thing is, when I started out, I know everybody says the same thing, and it's probably because it's true. But my expectations, like I said, were to try to create a community, and I think I've managed to do that. And an example of that is you guys here. You guys that are constantly coming in anytime that I go live, whether it's on my channel or somebody else's channel. The fact that you guys are there to support us, is confirmation that the goal of trying to create community has happened. That's to me that's a great accomplishment. Um, and it's funny because even though the majority of us have never met in person, like traditionally where you go to a meeting, not a meeting, or yeah, a fish club meeting or something, you get to meet some of the people that are there. And with some people, you just, find that connection. Well, thanks to the advent of social media, it has allowed us, a lot of us, to make those connections. And if anything, that I would consider success and what I've been doing is the fact that I have been able to make those personal connections, even though it hasn't been in person. Uh, I've had the great opportunity to get to have conversations with some of you guys, um, to share a live stream with some of you guys, to have some laughs together. Because I'm all about laughs. I mean, I'd rather be laughing and having a good time than being sad and downtrodden about something that happened. And I think most of us are the same way. Uh, and I think one of the things that's rings true to me, that this is kind of a lot of the times it's just kind of like a little escape from your day to day, um, you know, ongoings, and allows you to kind of forget about all that stuff, put it behind you for whether it's an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, and just kind of geek out with other people about the same thing that you like to do. Um, and like I said, a lot of the times, yeah, the fish is kind of what kind of brings us together. But in reality, I mean, it's the camaraderie that we create. Hey, David, thank you for coming to the live stream. And the idea behind this was, like I said, like the thumbnail says, is I want to thank each and one of you guys for supporting me. And what I mean by that is just by watching my content, by anytime I go do a live stream, that you guys are willing to come here and hang out with me for whatever time it is. Um, Also, one of the funnest things that I've been able to do um, during my time with my channel is have conversations. As you guys well know, I like to talk. I don't think that's a secret. But more than anything, I hate talking to myself. Um, I really enjoy sharing the screen with other people and getting to know other people, and not necessarily in the capacity as to why they keep fish. I just want to know them as a person. because you learn a lot from somebody, but just having a conversation, you get to learn a little bit of hey Asia, thank you for coming in. What makes them tick? And a lot of times you find a lot of common ground too, where you can go, oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, I know where you're coming from because it's kind of like my same experience. And that has been one of the things that I've enjoyed the most about doing this. And the reality is that all of this wouldn't matter if you guys wouldn't come and watch and you guys wouldn't support and doing all of that. So it really is a thank you to every single one of you guys, um, for you just hanging out with me. That's really what it is. Hey David, gracias por estar aquí. Uh, it's just one of those things where uh, I really enjoy talking to people. I really like hanging out. One of my favorite kind of streams is where we just kind of get all together and just talk. It doesn't have to even be fish. It could be anything. We kind of poke fun at each other. We kind of bust each other chops. That to me has been the most enjoyable aspect about all of this. The hobby, of course, but that connection we all have. I mean, we wouldn't be here if we didn't enjoy our aquariums and our fish tanks and all of that stuff. I mean, that's just common knowledge. I mean, that's we keep what we want. We keep them how we want. What we think is right. I've never understood the controversy of how people do stuff. Yeah, do what works for you. That's Jim always says it's your hobby, do it your way. That is so true. um you know and to try to tell somebody that they're doing it wrong or that they're doing this is it's not for me. It's not my place to do that. um I do a lot of stuff that is unconventional, um in a lot of people's eyes, but it works, you know and so, but that aside, that I guess would be the least favorite part of this hobby for me is when people start getting um in that whole my way or the highway kind of attitude. That you know uh I think we're all adults for the most part. And we can figure things out pretty quick on our own, and we don't need somebody telling you, especially if it's not asked for. It's a whole different story if you're asking somebody for personal advice or something like that. But unsolicited, like Fun says, unsolicited advice. That's just, it is what it is. But that's, like I said, those are the only downsides maybe that I would see of what we do. But the biggest thing, the funnest part for me is getting to know people. In the time that I've been doing this, I've met some really awesome people, some really awesome individuals, just by having a conversation. And then some of you guys, I'm still pending to have that conversation. Some of you guys don't want to come up here because you guys are afraid of the camera. Huh, Sam? And but that's okay too. It's not. I'm never ever going to pressure somebody to doing something that they don't feel comfortable doing. I think it all will happen in due time. I really do believe that. And it's usually when it works out the best too. Because when you try to force stuff, at least in my experience, it never really seems to work out. His fishing was looking great on Vibe stream Saturday night. Seems to have gone downhill. Oh, I don't know who we're talking about. Oh, it's clean. Yeah, no kidding. It is pretty bad. I had made some progress and then I took like 3 steps back. But that's okay. I just need to put some stuff away. And that's easy. The hardest part was, building the structures. I still need to do this whole entire rack back here, but I'm not going to tackle this. Not that I can't. I'm not going to tackle this until I'm finished what I started. And then because this is not going to go anywhere where as it currently sits. Only thing I'm going to do is I don't even know if you would consider it upgrading the stands, because there's nothing wrong with the stands. Well, some of you guys might argue that there is, the way they're the boards are being held up together, but no, I think just for sake of mobility in here, I think I'm gradually, with the exception of probably the 10-gallon rack that I did for the 16 10-gallon tanks. I don't think I could put wheels on that just because it's so high. But I think all my racks are going to go the way of Fathom Aquatics with wheels on them. Fish on wheels, not wheels, not meals on wheels. But again, getting off subject. I just really wanted to say thank you. Um, I when I would have never anticipated that that many people would have connected with me. Hey, Berto. Um, which that's a little bit surprising, but it's cool. It's definitely one of the upsides of doing this is to be able to make those connections, especially for somebody like me that's I guess I'm a little bit of an oddball because everybody seems to be introverted in this hobby, where I think I'm a little bit more extroverted. I I I like to socialize. I like crowds. Well, let me re, let me rephrase that. I like the crowds of like-minded people like me. Um, there are certain crowds where I don't enjoy being around, but as long as it's hey, thank you all things natural. Steve, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Jason, hello. Um, yeah, it's for me it is a big accomplishment. And I know for a lot of people that have been doing this for a long time, um, yeah, for a lot of them it's just a distant memory. But it doesn't happen without you guys. Hey, Rocker, ¿cómo estás? Muchas gracias y gracias por las felicitaciones. Sí, llegamos a los 2000. Así que muchas gracias. Les estoy agradeciendo el apoyo constante de ustedes, que sin ustedes, pues esto no se logra. Y gracias por todo lo que han hecho por mí. And so, it's been exciting. This is by no means the end of anything. I mean, it's just the beginning. Um, but my method of going about things is not changing. I mean, I've always said it. Hey, thank you, Stephen. I've always said it. This for me is more of a social interaction kind of thing. Thank you, Rafael. Reset YouTube. It went into Spanish again. Yeah, I did a little bit, and you know, so it doesn't mean that I'm going to do things differently. I genuinely feel that I'm going to share with you what I'm doing. Uh, I There's plenty of other channels that do a much better job of doing profile things. Hey, Myers, thank you. Hey, appreciate the congratulations, man. That are a lot better of doing some of this stuff. For me, it's just me personally sharing you my experience. And the biggest thing is just doing those live streams where I get to meet you guys. And it's never been a anything more than just getting to you know, meet other people that share the same interests that I have. Um, I just, I just like getting to know what makes people, excuse me, what makes people tick. I just find that fascinating. I also like when we find that common ground outside of just the fish. That's always going to be the one common denominator that none of us can avoid, because that's why we have channels on fish and aquariums. But it's always what's outside of the hobby that I really enjoy learning about people. Um, and then especially when you find those common threads. But I think it's not hard because we're all humans. Hey Leo, thanks for dropping in. And I like making those connections. I like making those connections with people. I really uh I just that to me is what I find fascinating in the community as a whole. For somebody that says it ain't what is it that it ain't into this for the subs, you're wrecking a lot of them. I, I mean, look, if I was really in for the subs, there's a lot of other ways you could accomplish that. And we've seen it. We've seen it where people just do it for the clicks, and that's fine too. I'm 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 not gonna shit on that because that's everybody's entitled to do whatever they want to do with their channel. That's perfectly fine. I'm just doing what I do, and I will continue to do what I do. Um, I'm not I'm not one that has like a regular schedule of posting content. Here's what really happens with my channel. I like to share with you guys the things that I find interesting because usually if I find something interesting, there'll be more than one other person that I think will also find it interesting. And that so far has been the case. I have it. Hey, thank you, Mike. David, thank you so much. It's just so based on what I get the feedback from you guys, um, that kind of encouraged me to say, okay, well, this I'm going about it the way that I want to go about it, and you guys are enjoying that. I know I had been like the ability to be able to go to other countries and show you what the hobby looks like there. That's I thought that would be interesting, and the reason I think it's interesting is because I watch the videos that everybody else does from wherever they're from, because I want to see what their fish stores look like. Um, it's always real interesting to see what communities like to keep in the hobby and stuff like that. Just because I enjoy it, I find it interesting, and so I figured if I enjoy watching that stuff, then maybe if I do something similar to that, you guys would enjoy it. And it's been the case. Um, and as a content creator, you can't ask for anything more. At least in my opinion, and what I'm trying to accomplish. Well, again, but the biggest accomplishment is being able to make friendships like with this knucklehead Aquafunk, uh, you know, with Mike, with Jeff, with Phantom, Ron. I mean, I can every single one of you guys. Brad and I just got to share the screen with them the other day on Vibes live stream. For every single one of you guys that we have interacted in a live in one way or another, there's nothing but pleasantries. It's been fun. Um, you know, you're gonna meet people that you're gonna find just this weird bond. It's like it's almost like if you've known these people for a long time, and some of them that won't be as strong, I guess, and some of them just kind of fall by the wayside. But that's okay. That's normal. That's what life is all about, anyways. Not everybody that we meet in our path um, automatically becomes a friend forever. But that's okay though. But you still got to have an experience with somebody. You still got to meet them. You still got to um, learn from them. Um, like I've always said, there isn't a single person that I have not interacted with that I have not learned something from them. And for the most part, it's all been good. For the most part, it's all been very pleasant. For the I can't think of anybody that I've had a negative interaction with. Um, you know, it's just I've been very fortunate that way. Um, but then again, I don't know. Part of it is even though you're not meeting somebody in person, even through the camera, you kind of can read somebody, and if you read a person that you don't feel like they're gonna be compatible with you, then you just kind of distance yourself, and that's kind of what's been going on. So, you know, like I said, it's just been one of those things that I've really enjoyed. I haven't been doing my live streams lately just because I've been a little bit busy. Right now, I'm currently working my graveyard shift, um, and I've little bit of extra time that I had. I've kind of been doing some other stuff, just personal stuff for my own health. Like I alluded to the other day, I think it was on Eddie's live stream. I was kind of going through a little bit of a one of those like a health scare, but not it wasn't anything serious, but it was enough to make you go, okay, I need to make some changes. Um that's six things why okay, is into my lives. No, Mike. Uh I when I get an opportunity, I'm always there. If anything, watching. Um, because you had Fathom the other day on, and it's just it. I've always tried to live a little bit healthier lifestyle. I mean, it helps that my wife is was a fitness instructor most of her adult life. It wasn't until recently when she stopped doing that. So I've been very fortunate that in that aspect, she's kind of always kind of watched how we go about eating and stuff like that. But for a while there, I kind of had fallen the wheels came off the wagon for a while there, and I was doing all this other stuff that maybe weren't the healthiest stuff. I was kind of making poor choices when it came to what I was eating and stuff like that. Enough to uh, where I wasn't feeling very good, and unfortunately, you know, I know it's a stereotype that people say, but stereotypes are usually based on some truth. But going to the doctor is not my favorite thing, and I'll let stuff just kind of linger until it becomes a pain in the butt, and you just got to deal with it. Well, that's kind of what had happened now, but I was thinking it was something more serious, and it turned out to be uh, a pretty easy fix. But that to me kind of made me reassess what I had been doing lately. So, I'm just spending a little bit more time in the gym now than what I was doing before. It didn't help. I've always have had a very active lifestyle up until recently. Probably the last 5 years, I finally found a situation where I sit for about 8 hours out of the day and don't move at all. I just sit in a chair like this in front of a computer like this for 8 hours a day and don't do much. So I was starting to get too sedentary, and that I don't think that was good for me. Which was kind of creating some problems, and after talking to the doctor and seeing us, I said, you know what, I need to go back to what I've always done. Been very active. The older you get, shit hurts more. My knees, my ankles. Um, I played organized baseball up until my late 30s. So, you know, my arm, my elbows, my knees, my ankles are all shot. I mean, it hurts when I get out of bed in the morning. Uh, but you just got to push past that, get moving, get your joints lubricated, and get going. So that's one of the other reasons why I've kind of been a little bit uh, afar from doing stuff on my channel, is just because I've been busy doing that. And the problem is, just with anything, it takes you a while to get into that routine. And right now I'm at that stage that if I don't go to the gym every day, I could easily fall back into that. Oh, I'll go tomorrow. Oh, I'll go tomorrow. I have to force myself to go, even though when I don't want to go, because I want this to become a normal routine again in my life. And that's kind of why I've been a little bit busy. I'll pop in and here and there on some of the live streams and stuff like that. Oh, wait, I saw a name I didn't recognize. Ana Cara from Asia. Buenas tardes. Oh, saludos desde Ensenada, Baja California. Hey, muchas gracias. Es la primera vez que, bueno, no, de hecho no es la primera vez porque tienes una llave. Gracias por estar aquí. ¿Cambiaste el nombre de tu canal? Porque no me es familiar. Por eso pregunto. But yeah, it's just I will continue to do what I'm doing. I again, there's like a long list of people that I still have to bring on and have a live stream with. There's some that I need to reschedule because just life happens, and sometimes you just have to do what's important, because this is just fun. This will never be that important, at least not in my life, to where it would supersede anything else in my personal life. And the other thing is, like I've always said, for me, I have to strike a balance, because I am married. I have a wife. I love my wife very much, and she also deserves my attention. So it's always that constant battle of trying to find the perfect balance between trying to juggle, the YouTube channel, work, your family life, and doing all this other stuff. And my wife and I like to travel a lot. As a matter of fact, this weekend we're going to be gone because we're going to go see my daughter in Vegas. We're going to go hang out with her. And then our grandson now is playing Pop Warner football, so he's got a game on Saturday, and it's out of town, so we're going to go travel to go see him play. And so it's just there's all these things that we have to just kind of juggle, and that's kind of where I'm at now. And as much as I sometimes get excited about doing stuff on my channel, I've noticed that when I start pushing a little bit too hard, it starts unbalancing my personal life and what's going on around me. And when especially your marital life, if that's not in balance, then it could create some problems, unnecessary problems. Because at the end of the day, this is a simple solution. You just make a choice whether you want to spend time with your family or you want to do this. So it gets interesting. It's one of those. It's like a dance. You got to flow and go with it, and make sure that everything. That's spine fused. Oh shit. Another issues. Yeah. No. Fortunately, stuff. I guess health-wise, I've been pretty healthy. Matter of fact, I was really surprised because I thought my results were going to come back a little bit off the charts, just because from the time of being very active to the time I came into the office, I've gained, what was it, like 60 pounds. And not good 60 pounds, not muscle. It was all around my waist and all around my face and cheeks and all that stuff. And I've managed to get some of that weight off throughout the course of the year, but I still have a long ways to go. And but now I'm actually, I was only changing my diet, but this, at our age, you got to do more than just that. When I was younger, I could just, not eat for a day or two, and I lose like 5 pounds like nothing. But again, my metabolism was a lot quicker, and I was doing a lot more activity. Now that I've gotten older, hey, Stefan's here. Where did he come in? I didn't even see him. Well, thank you for being here. So it's the older you get, the harder it gets to do stuff, and the more motivation it takes to continue to do that stuff. So that's why I've kind of been a little bit absent. I've kind of put the progression and the fish room on hold, just because right now I got to go do that other stuff. And I know myself. I know if I don't do it for at least the next 3 months, where it becomes habitual for me to do that, I'm gonna fall right back off of it. And so right now, I'm just kind of trying to focus on doing that. Um, I my excuse had always been that I didn't have time because between work and doing all this stuff, I think we all have time. It's just a matter of trying to get organized with that time that we have. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just trying to reorganize my time. Right now I know I have well, now only about maybe 10, 15 more minutes before I got to go and start getting ready for work. But it's just again, this has gone way off course. I just wanted to say thank you so much for you guys supporting me, for you guys being here, for you guys cheering on the work that I do. Uh, I just want to say thank you. Hey, Matt. Hey, thanks for being here, man. He's another guy that I got to meet. It's been very fortunate. I could go down this list, um, even though I haven't met you in on camera, because very few I've met in person. Eddie is one of the persons that I've got to meet in person. Gabriel, GNC Aquatics, I was very fortunate to meet him and his wife in person. Chris George, got to meet him along with Eddie. Obviously, Steve, Warrior Planet Tanks, got to meet him in person. Uh, it's just I've been very very fortunate that I've that I that oh Ron is another guy that I got to meet. I know if I go down this list, I'm leaving some people off that I've had an opportunity to meet, not only just on social media, but actually physically get to meet them. And it's what I've always found it very fascinating is we c- is the ease that it is to make that connection, even if you've never met the person on camera per se. Like a lot of you guys, I haven't really met, other than the name that appears on here. But if we were ever to come in a situation where we happen to be in the same place at the same time, it's funny how those conversations get going. It's like you've known that person for a long time. It's happened to me. It happened to me with Eddie. Hey, thank you, Joe. It happened to me with Eddie. I mean, Eddie and I have talked a few times on camera and stuff like that, shared the screen. But when I met him, it was like, it's just I hadn't seen a friend from a long time ago. Um, with Ron and I had never really met. Uh, and I went to go visit his place, and it was like whatever, it's like I had known Ron for a very, very long time, and it never fails. Every time I've had an opportunity to meet somebody from the community, it's always been like that, which is great. I mean, I find that very fascinating. I don't think I've ever had an interaction where somebody's been standoffish or different than what I've assumed they are to be through my interactions. You know, I know people are always complaining about trolls and bad comments. I don't know what it is, but I've been very fortunate. I don't deal with that. Uh, I Every single interaction that I've had has always been very positive. So I've been very fortunate, very blessed in that aspect, I guess. That I don't share that experience that unfortunately some of you guys have, which is kind of sad that you guys have had to deal with that. But you know, this has been a very long thank you. But it's just I don't know what else to say or do that could really demonstrate my appreciation for you guys. Um, there's 34 of you guys here today. One of the things that I've never been a big proponent of, and I've been very vocal about it, is like doing giveaways, especially announcing a giveaway. Because to me, in my opinion, all that happens, because I've seen it happen over and over. As a matter of fact, I see it happen on a weekly basis when Dan uh, from Dan's Fish does his giveaways. Uh, you get a conglomerate of people coming over just because they think they're going to get something for free. The minute that happens, boom, everybody bails, or for a lot of people bail, not everybody. And so that's why I've never been a big proponent of doing a giveaway on my channel, because for me, if I was going to do something like that, I want to do it for the people who have constantly been there for me. Now, I was thinking that once I had memberships that I was going to be able to do that with members only, but then come to find out you're not allowed to do that. So with that being said, um, I like to do one today, and I don't know how to do this. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I know I got to go to Fish Fam link. Fish Fam link. See if I can find the wheel because I've never done this. I don't know how to do it. Let's see. I think you click on giveaway. I know Steven's here, so he might be able to walk me through it. Not logged in. Okay, so I need to log in. So, all right, here we do. We want to create. Let's see. Select one. Okay, where it says select one. What do I need to select? Oh, now. Okay, so we want to do that one. Keywords to match. Let's do. Nope, that's not it. So let me create this. I think it's created. So what we want to do is I want you guys to put down, oops, that's not the right one. Let's do a hashtag 2K. Let's keep it simple. Let me go see let me show you what I'm going to give away. I'm doing a giveaway. I haven't even showed you anything. All right. So about a year, is it been a year now? My wife and I took a trip down to Mexico. We went to San Miguel de Allende. And while we were down there, we were looking through the little shops. And, I thought, what would be cool if I could find something that I could, if I ever did a giveaway that I could do something a little bit different, something that I guess would be a little bit special. And we were going through the shops. You can tell I've been sitting in this bag for a while because it's all pouring all that. We found these little shops with I thought was really, really neat, where they were making some handmade plushies. So this is one of them. It's all hand painted, and they had these little there, and I thought, you know what, that would be kind of cool. And then they had this little keychain. So we're gonna do 2 giveaways today. One of them's gonna be for the little plushie here, which this is the first one we'll do. Tequila, you want a bottle of scotch? Well, can you? Let me see. I think you can do samplers that you can ship. I don't know. Can you ship a bottle? I've never shipped anything like that. I can ship cigars. If somebody likes cigars, we can do that too. Well, anyways, this will be for the first one. Let me see if the names are on or here. Let me try to. I'm going to share the screen to see if I can do the Fish Fam giveaway. All right. So is that on the screen? Nope. Let me close that out. Okay, yeah, we're on there. So to see who's been on there, what do I do? Hit refresh. All right. So right now, it looks like we have 34 people watching this, according to StreamYard. Do we have 34 names on here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, no, we're not even close. Let me do the refresh again. All right. Well, we'll give this. There's 18 entries. Oh, why am I counting? It says right there. All right, so let's give this a minute from now. It's 8:07. So by 8:08, if nobody else has done hashtag 2K, make sure you get on there. So, hey, Big Cat, how you doing? Let me see who else has been in here. Click refresh before you spin. Okay, I'll definitely do that. So let's see. Let's do the last refresh on here. What we're doing is I'm doing a giveaway. If you want to participate, make sure you guys type in hashtag 2K. This is what we're giving away today. And I guess, all right, so here's the question. Because I've never done this, so I don't know how difficult it is. If I wanted to do the wheel of death like you do, Steven, do I just keep hitting refresh, or or is there a selection that I need to do? Let me see. Okay, now it says we got 22 entries. This is what we got on there. If your name's not on here and you wanted to be on there, let me know. We have a four-wheel drive boss, Animal Instinct, Aquarium Fantasy, Big Cat, Bratton, and Light Caps, David Aquatics, L Fish Tanks, Jeff Kane, Fish Wit, GNC Aquatics, Garcia Aquatics, Indoor Fish, Fishing Inside, J Rock, Lake Missoula Aquatics, Lush and Salty Aquariums, MNC Aquatics. Why is my name on there? Oh, I don't need to be on there. Well, it's no, I. Is there a way to get my name off of there so that? Let's see. Is there a way to remove a name from the wheel? Oh, it's because I posted the damn hashtag 2K on there. Just spin it. When you're ready, it shall reveal Brandon as a winner. That's my prediction. Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. So let me finish going. Okay. So I have Night Owl, Only Oscars, in Outside In Aquatics. Let me refresh it one more time. Did we add anybody? No, 22. All right. So I like the wheel of death. So I guess we just spin. Okay, before I start it. All right, Steven. I need your expertise. So your name cannot be removed in advance, but if you land on it, just click. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Now, to if I want to do the wheel of death, do I just keep hitting spin, 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 or is there something in particular I need to do to set it into that mode? A biggie. You hear the last the other person. Okay, spin, then click remove, repeat until all losers lose. Okay, hopefully I don't botch this. But here's the first spin. Oh, Kyle, sorry, buddy. So remove and close is what you said I need to collect. Is it remove? Okay. Hit OK, spin, then click remove, repeat until loser. Because it gives me two options. It says record winner and close, remove and close. So it's a remove and close that I got to pick before I screw this up. Yeah, the red button. Okay, easy enough. All right, here we go. Next spin. Oh, David Aquatics. Sorry, buddy. Let's go. Oh, Stefan. Sorry, Stefan. Spin again. Oh, four-wheel drive boss. Sorry, buddy. Rachel. Night Owl. Sorry. Let's see. Let's keep going. Oh, sorry, indoor fishing inside. Oh, Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. FNC. Sorry, Mike. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, sorry, Brandon. Why did one pick me? Pick me. Oh, sorry, Ben. Shit, don't tell me I'm going to win. That sucks. Oh, Gabriel. Sorry, buddy. Eddie. Sorry, Eddie. Oh, Big Cat. Sorry, Big Cat. Hey, I don't like the fact that I'm still on the wheel. Oh, Joe. You know what? I think it's a uh uh if you've been on my live stream, it seems like those names are the ones that are getting pulled from the wheel. Let's see. So it's somebody that hasn't been on one of my live streams. Ah, Asia, sorry. Uh-oh. That's kind of starting to sound true. So if that being said, I guess Garcia's the next one to fall off of here because he's been on a live stream with me. Oh, Henry. Wow, that kind of debunks that. Yes. I'm off the wheel. This is the only time I'm actually happy to be off the wheel. Oh, Berto. All right. This is cool because none of you four have been on a live stream with me. So, all right. Oh, June. Sorry, June. All right. So it's coming down to 3. Is it Raphael, David, or Jay? Here we go. All right. David, sorry. So here we go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right. So our big winner is going to be Raphael. All right, Raphael, you gotta send me an email with your address, um, so that I can go ahead and mail this out to you. Um, so this is the one that just won. The next one is more like a keychain, I guess. This one right here, and so for that one, let's go with hashtag MKF. Hashtag MKF. Yeah, I don't want to do it because then it'll add me to the. Oh, spin for the record. Oh, okay. So spin. So he gets the little fireworks going. Yes. So record winner and close. All right. So let's do one more. And then we'll call it a night. So how do I create a new giveaway? Hey, I can see why people like doing these. They're pretty fun. I want to choose moi, keyword, hashtag MKF. No, FK. What am I doing? I don't even know how to spell my own name. There we go. Sorry about that. You're gonna have to retype it. I'm a moron. So the hashtag is gonna be hashtag MFK. Yeah, there you go. Gabriel's got it. There you go. MFK. Because the other way would be Mexicali keeping fish. Hey, Jose. Thanks for coming in. All right. So we'll give this a couple of minutes. So right now it's 8:18 in my time. So at 8:20 we'll go ahead and do the spin. Hey Vanoski, thanks for coming in. See, this is what I like. I like doing giveaways where you recognize the names in your chat. Because that means those are people that have constantly been coming AFK. Those are the people that have been with you the whole time. No, Raphael, let's let somebody else have an opportunity at it. Came a while back, was changing waters. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jose. Let's see. Let me go ahead and we'll refresh this. Okay, we got 21 entries right now. Before we spin, I'll confirm. We got a minute more before we close it up. Now this one, I'm gonna let you guys choose. Do you guys want to do the wheel of death or first spin wins? You guys tell me. Or in honor of Berto, let me have a 1 for the wheel of death or 2 for the first name that comes up as a winner. Death. Yeah, I kind of like the wheel of death, but you know. All right, so it's 8:20. Okay, so I got 2, 3 so far for wheel death. 4. Hey, Laurie. 2 for a quick death. So I see more ones than anything else. All right, let's go with the wheel of death. The agonizing. Lori, if you want to participate, go ahead and type in hashtag MFK. Let me go ahead and refresh this. All right, so these are the people that I have so far. It says 24. Forward Drive Boss, Animal Instinct, Funk, Big Cat, Breton, Craig's Catfish and Caves. Hey, Craig. David Aquatics, Edgar, Elsfish, Jeff Kane, Asia or Fishwit, GNC, Garage Aquatics, Garcia Aquatics, Indoor Fishing Inside, J Rock, Joy of Fish Keeping, Lake Missoula, Salt and Lushy and Salt, or Lush and Salty. Sorry, I keep MNC, Night Owl, Only Oscars, Price Tag, and Vanoski. Let me do this one more time. Make sure nobody else added at the last minute. Okay, still the same names. So let's give this a spin. Oh yeah, Lori's in there. Good. All right. So oh, Craig. Sorry, Craig. Oh, price tag. Sorry, buddy. MNC. Sorry, Mike. Oh, Ron. Sorry, buddy, Ron. Ben again. Jose. Sorry, buddy. Gabriel, está salado. All right. Night Owl. Sorry. Oh, sorry, buddy. Asia again. Oh, Bratton. Sorry, buddy. Edgar. Next time, better luck. Henry. Sorry, Henry. Oh, Lori. I wish it would have been Funk instead. Oh, forward drive boss. Sorry. Oh, Big Cat. Sorry. Damn, Jeff, you're a bigger loser than Funk. You got out before he did. Ah, sorry, buddy, but not sorry. Ah, Garcia. Oh, Stefan, you got a little bit further this time. All right, so we're coming down again. Vinoski. L fish tanks. Sorry, J Rock. Man, Raphael made it to the end again. So did June and David's Aquatics. Let's see. Oh, David Aquatics. So it's down to June and Raphael. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Raphael, you already won one, right? You won the first one? Yeah. So I'm going to give this one to June since you already got one. So that way we can, who gets it? June, because Raphael already won the first one. And so we're going to go ahead and give this to June. So June sent me, oh no, I already have your information. Do I? Yeah, I think I have your information. Duh. So yeah, the two winners are the two winners are on the screen, Raphael and June. So with that, I just wanted to thank you guys so much again. Like I said, I really do appreciate you guys, being here for me, constantly supporting, constantly coming over and checking out what I'm doing, whether it's on my channel or somebody else's channel. You guys have always been great. Always say hi when you see me on other people's live streams. Thank you for you guys for allowing me to be part of your guys' life. That's really what it boils down to. So with that being said, I want to say thank you. Congratulations to the two winners, Raphael and June. Animal Instinct, for those of you that are not aware that it's Raphael. and only Oscars, which is June. Thank you guys. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys soon. And thank you so much for all your congratulations. You guys have a great night. You guys take care. Bye-bye.